got a change of the bowling here at the Diamond Creek Trail end. Luke Saul is back into the attack. Left arm, fast medium. The same end where he took his magnificent six-for. He's got two slips, a gully, short cover, point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, and square leg. So it's a 7-2 field. Comes into bowl, and left alone. And tries to play it onto the leg side but can't, so a dot ball. Comes into bowl and drives it and fielded there in the covers. Dot ball. Comes into bowl and drives it, fielded by mid-off, dot ball. Comes into bowl and cuts it. And it goes down into the backward point region again. They've gotten one, they're going to go for two. He picks it up and he throws it. And they got two there. Comes into bowl and defends it, and that's the end of the over, just the 2 runs off it. So this is the 29th over. North Eltham are scoring at about 2 runs per over. Island to bowl, and it's driven through the gap in the covers, and the 2 cover fielders chase it. They frick it up and throw it, and they're going to get back for 2. Good running there. So we've had 28 overs, and there's a 68 over game, so we've got 40 overs to go. And they need about 140 runs. So about 140 runs from 40 overs is the equation. So about 3.5 runs an over, something like that. Which is certainly achievable, certainly within the possibility. Comes into bowl. Whoa! Bottom edge. Taken by the keeper. Comes into bowl. And it's a full toss, a low full toss, and it's driven through the covers, and they're going to have to chase it down. They've gotten 1, they're going to go for 2, they've gotten 2, they're going to go for a 3rd. And they get 3 runs there. Very good shot, very good running. Comes into bowl. And it's a big full toss, and it's slapped into the leg side. And they've gotten one, they're happy with one. Well, here and there, runs are coming. The question will be if these runs can add up something big, and defends it back to the bowler. Comes into bowl and defends it, and it's fielded in the covers. So another good over there by North Eltham, 6 runs off it. So, this is the 30th over. Saul to continue his spell. Left arm fast medium at the Diamond Creek trail end. Comes into bowl and left alone. Comes into bowl and left alone. So this struggle is going to be continuing for, you would assume, for quite a long time, as North Eltham continue to score at about 2 runs per over, and the required run rate sits at about 3.5 runs per over. Nothing will really happen unless North Eltham's run rate dips or that required run rate starts to increase. Comes into bowl and left alone. Comes into bowl and down the leg side. Comes into bowl and left alone again. So, Saul continues to bowl very tidily. He hasn't been as threatening, the ball hasn't moved as much through the air as it did last week. Comes into bowl. Oh! A humongous beamer. That one went over the head of the batsman. So that was a ridiculous beamer. Must have just slipped out of his hand. Comes into bowl and defends it. End of the over, just the no ball off it. So we've got to change the bowling at the Elizabeth Street end. We've got Poon coming back onto bowl. His right arm medium fast balls with a 6-3 fit, sorry. Comes into bowl and defends it. Now the batsman that is currently on strike, he's been trying to find ways of working the ball onto the leg side often. He often will try to curl his wrists as he makes contact in order to try to play a ball that's straight onto the leg side. Seems to be where he's comfortable. And so, can there be a way to expose that weakness? Comes into bowl and down the leg side. Comes into bowl and defends it. The difference between North Eltham going at 2 runs and over and 1.9 runs and over from 1.8 runs and over will become much more significant as the day goes on, affecting the required run rate. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. Comes into bowl and drives it, and it's fielded at mid-off. So, apart from that no ball beamer, there has now been 13 consecutive dot balls. Well, slowly building up that pressure that's going to be needed for trying to get that third wicket. Comes into bowl, and I'll say hit and run, and they make it. Very smart batting there by North Eltham. The maiden is broken, and that's the 1 run off the over. End of the over. Saul to continue to bowl at the Diamond Creek trail end. Comes into bowl and defends it. Saul into bowl and defends it. This is the 32nd over, so we're not far away now from the lunch break, and you'd have to say it's very evenly matched. Only losing 2 wickets means that North Eltham have a very good position. Comes into bowl and it's down the leg side. But the fact that they're such a way behind the required run rate, so when the innings started, they needed about just less than 3 runs and over, and they've been going at only just less than 2 runs, so that's a significant difference. Comes into bowl and drives it, and they get the run. So it would take, you know, an incredible piece of batting in the second session to chase this down. Comes into bowl and drives, and it's a quick single, and it's taken. Despite the best efforts of the mid-off fielder, it is a safe run, thanks to very aggressive batting from the North Eltham Wanderers. Comes into bowl And, ooh, play and a miss. End of the over, 2 runs off it. Comes into bowl and plays it defensively off the back foot, fielded in the covers. Comes into bowl. And wow, what a catch! The 3rd wicket has been broken, and out of nowhere, it was a very innocuous little shot. There was nothing much to it. It was a sort of a sucker ball. It was very full, very wide. The batsman threw his arms at it, and got underneath the ball, and it went up and it sort of squirted up into the onto the offside, and the fielder at cover was able to just do what was necessary to get underneath it in order to keep the ball from falling to ground. So it was only a, it was a very nicely taken catch. He had to curl his body around the ball and then come to ground in order to make sure that he took it safely and cleanly, and he didn't spill it and he didn't collide with the ground. So a very, very nicely taken catch. Would have taken so it takes a lot of work to take a catch like that correctly. So now the 3rd wicket for North Eltham Wanderers has fallen, and there is not long to go before the lunch break. And they've decided to bring in a 2nd slip fielder, so there's 1 less fielder in the covers. So 3 wickets down for North Eltham. Comes into bowl. Oh! Oh dear. Batsman just overwhelmed, stepping away to the leg side and sort of swishing his bat at it, and the ball going through the gap between his chest, the gap between his bat and his chest. Comes into bowl and pushes it. Oh! Wow. Wow, umpire saying not a catch. We tried to capture that, but we missed it. So we can't tell you whether we thought that was a catch or not. So suddenly Diamond Creek have their tails up. Can they cash in? Or defends the Yorker? Comes into bowl and defends it. End of the over. Wicket maiden. Well, this is the 34th over, so this is the halfway point of the innings at the end of this over. Comes into bowl and defends it. It's fielded in the covers. Comes into bowl and driven and fielded in the covers again. Now the situation becomes a bit more interesting. With the new batsman in the wicket, question would be, can Diamond Creek either get another wicket before lunch, or can they squeeze out a maiden for more dot ball pressure? And that ball got a bit of movement. That looked like the off cutter. Just left the right hander. Nice ball there. Just the two fielders on the leg side, the mid on, very square mid on, and the square leg. Everyone else on the off side. Comes into bowl and defends it. Fielded in the covers. Comes into bowl and defends it, and he works it. Oh, maybe going for the wrong end. So trying to go for another quick single, but unable to find the gap, and then had to call his partner back, and his partner would have been further out of his crease. So might have been a go for throwing at the non-striker's end. Comes into bowl and drives it, and it goes into the deep cover, extra cover area. Gotten two, they're going to go for a third. Three there. End of the over. So it's 2 minutes past 3 o'clock. Comes into bowl and drives it, fielded by mid-off. You would assume that this would be the last over before the lunch break. So we'll have had 35 overs, gives us 33 left before the completion of this match, and then we will have a winner of the premiership. Comes into bowl and drives it, and it's fielded in the covers, dot ball. It'll be about 33 overs and 130 something runs, which means that the required run rate is pushing up towards 4 runs, and it will so. And thought about a quick single there. So it'll become crucial to figure out a way to increase the scoring. It looks like the game is over at Margaret Oval. Comes into bowl and works it, and it's fielded by the mid-on. Comes into bowl and drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Alright, last ball of the over, comes into bowl and drives it, and it's fielded in the covers again. End of the over. And yes, It looks as though the players are walking off. It is the drinks break. It is just past 5 minutes past the hour, and so that is the end of the first half of the day's play. We've seen quite a struggle here, quite an arm wrestle, with North Eltham scoring at about 2 runs per over, so they have done quite a noble job of runs and trying to stay in the game and finish the wickets, but they are very far behind the required run rate, and they have lost that third wicket, which has put a huge cramp into their session. And so there go the Diamond Creek players walking off the ground. And there are the North Eltham Wanderers players. So there you go, Diamond Creek walking off for the lunch break. Alright, well, it's time for us to take a break now, so you'll enjoy a nice video montage. And after we return, we have the second half of the session of the day's play. We have the post lunch session, and we will see, and that'll also be the final session of the entire season of cricket, because then we'll have the result of this match by the end of the day. So enjoy this video montage, and we will see you after the break for the final session of cricket of the season and the conclusion of this grand final and a winner of this F2 grade premiership. This is Channel 8, the local sports network.
I did a survey and found that everyone wanted hot dogs.
I'm a vegetarian.
It's too late to cast your vote.
Hot dogs it is. Where are they?
Well, the survey was phase 1. I'm hoping to get to phase 2 sometime in the next quarter.
Where was my bed? Thought I was there. I swear that I didn't come to sit in this chair. Here I am, I guess that's fine. It's only something 49. I'll sleep it off tomorrow if I can. Did I take the pills? I think I'll take more. I thought that I left them right right here in the drawer. I guess I'll sit and think about the last time that I took them out. Maybe I will remember where